The Hulu series Whiskey on the Rocks presents a scenario where a Soviet submarine crew, celebrating a newborn baby, drinks themselves into a stupor and accidentally crashes a nuclear-armed vessel into a neutral country. It treats the threat of nuclear annihilation as a farce, framing a major international crisis as a series of avoidable, drunken blunders. While the show leans into comedy, the inciting incident is historical fact. In October 1981, a Soviet Whiskey-class submarine, designated U-137, ran aground on the rocks of neutral Sweden. The vessel entered the Karlskrona archipelago, coming to a halt within sight of one of Sweden's top-secret naval bases. This triggered a 10-day diplomatic standoff. Sweden, the United States, and the Soviet Union were suddenly forced into a confrontation that threatened to escalate into a Third World War. The series takes significant liberties with the era's leadership, caricaturing Ronald Reagan as a cowboy hat-wearing marksman and Leonid Brezhnev as a man struggling with chronic alcoholism. Declassified records identify the real crew of the U-137 as a sober, highly capable unit belonging to the Soviet Baltic Fleet. According to the sailors' accounts, the crash resulted from a technical navigation failure or extreme weather conditions that reduced visibility to zero. A group of Swedish naval officers testing equipment along the shore discovered the grounded vessel. By replacing professional technical failure with drunken buffoonery, the show's creators shift the narrative. They move away from the specifics of a navigational error to explore a broader critique of human fallibility during the Cold War. This diagram represents the moment the tension peaked. Swedish researchers scanning the exterior of the sub detected the distinct chemical signature of uranium-238. This data suggested the U-137 was actively carrying live nuclear warheads through neutral Swedish waters. Swedish Prime Minister Thorbjörn Fälldin was responsible for navigating the fallout of this discovery. In the series, Fälldin, played by Rolf Lassgård, serves as the grounded center of the story, providing a serious perspective amid the surrounding political chaos. While Fälldin negotiated, the Soviet military response arrived. A task force of over 10 warships, led by the destroyer Obratsevi, anchored just outside Swedish territory. This fleet was positioned to extract the grounded submarine by force if Sweden refused to release it. The standoff forced a non-aligned nation to stare down the Soviet military machine. It proved that even when crews are capable, a single technical error can place the world on the brink of a nuclear exchange. The crisis eventually broke after 10 days. Sweden towed the submarine into international waters and returned it to Soviet control. Curious, the real history of the U-137 is a high-stakes thriller. Why then did the creators choose to adapt it as a farce? Satire functions as a tool to dismantle the intimidating image of Cold War superpower intelligence. Official narratives often frame these events as a strategic chess match between geniuses. However, the U-137 incident shows a system where global safety relied on the unpredictable margins of human and technical error. The factual history is a reminder of how close we came to catastrophe. But the comedy of Whiskey on the Rocks captures the truth of the era, the sheer absurdity of a world ended by a broken compass.